Hi, my name is Molly Lane, and I am from Virginia. So I used Virginia Department of Health Professions Board of Counseling as my website. And the academic requirements are 60 semester hours or 90 quarter hours of graduate study in the following coursework with minimum of 3 semester hours or 4 quarter hours in each subdivision. I'm going to give you 3 examples. Professional counseling, identity, function, and ethics, theories of counseling and psychotherapy, counseling and psychotherapy techniques, and it goes all the way down to 13. The requirements for supervised clinical experience, I have to retain a temporary license. Well, first off, the supervisor has to be professionally trained and follow their requirements in order to be a supervisor. But I have to have a temporary license, and I have to do that through an application and a fee to the board, and that has to be approved. Once it's approved, I get that temporary hard copy in the mail, and I'm allowed to go ahead and start practicing. Residency requirements is 3,400 hours supervised residency in counseling practice with various populations, clinical problems, and theoretical approaches in the following areas: assessment and diagnosis using psychotherapy techniques, appraisal, evaluation, and diagnosis procedures, treatment planning and implementation, case management and record keeping, professional counselor identity and function, and professional ethics and standards of practice. 2,000 hours of that 3,400 are face-to-face with the client, and they have to be documented within my 3,400 hours. If I exceed 600 hours during my internship, I can put up to 300 hours towards the 3,400 hours. And I'm required 200 hours of supervisory sessions, minimum of 1 hour to 4 hours, or to a maximum of 4 hours per 40-hour work week. Residencies to be completed within 21 months. It's not to be completed within 24 months. You have to complete it within 21 months to 4 years. And if you're unable to do it in that amount of time, you can request more time through the board. The one exam that I saw specifically named was the National Clinical and Mental Health Counselor's Examination. It's $275, and it has to be completed within 6 years of the resident's license. I am working towards the LPC, the Licensed Professional Counselor, and I did not find anything regarding tiered licenses on the Code of Virginia Professional Counseling Regulations governing the practice of professional counseling, or LPC licensure process handbook. I looked for an extensive amount of time and was unable to find any information. Scope of practice regarding what can be done. I am working for public health, safety, and welfare and best interests of the public. Since I'm licensed by the board, I have to follow various rules. An example of one is practice in a manner that is in the best interest of public and does not endanger the public health, safety, or welfare. And in regard to patient records, persons licensed by the board shall, for example, to keep this shorter, maintain written or electronic clinical records for each client to include treatment dates and identifying information to substantiate diagnosis and treatment plan, client progress, and termination. So that is Virginia's rules. And I think one thing that was surprising to me would probably be the total number of hours. I've only been looking at the 600 hours needed for the internship, and for some reason didn't even think about the residency. And I think 3,400 hours is a lot and overwhelming, but at the same time, I'm pretty much going to be practicing, not officially as a licensed professional, but as a licensed trainer or trainee. So I think the 3,400 hours overall was pretty shocking, but I'm glad to have learned that. So.